Alright guys, it's your boy Sammy, and as usual, you all might know me as Sammy Trade. So welcome back to this channel. Today we'll be analyzing gold, and I just think that today will be a great day to look at the chart. Alright, so without talking too much, let's dive deep into it. Alright, let me show you how we do our top-down analysis from the higher time frame down to the lower time frame to look for our entry. And I hope it will be a better day and a better day to trade. Alright, so let's dive deep into it and learn something. Okay, but before we go to our lower time frame, let's spot our key levels. Alright, let's spot our demand zones key level, our supply zone key level in this plain chart. Right, let's spot our key level. Right here we have a demand zone at this point, a clearly demand zone at this point. So let's put it out before going down to our lower time frame to see what the market is doing. All right, and also here there is a zone at this point. There's a demand zone at this point. As you can see, the demand zone at this point, price came to it once, twice. Also here failed to break pass, here failed to break pass. Alright, also here. So let's put it out. At this point, and also here there is a supply zone at this point, but I don't think, because we are looking at the recent price movement, what price is doing recently. Alright, this ones I drew out, if you can see properly, is also affected at this point. But this supply zone here right now, price has broke past it, so I don't think there is a need to draw out this supply zone. But we can also have it in mind that there is a supply zone at this point. Right, now we have a new supply zone here, which is the resistance level for those who are still trading with resistance and what do we call it, those who are still trading with support and resistance. Right, this is our resistance, which is our supply zone. All right, so let's put it out. Also, no, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use the right angle tool to spot this out. Alright, yeah, this is what I want. I'm going to take you to the lower time frame to show you what the market is doing currently. But first of all, let's spot out our zones. Alright, now we are in the lower time frame, we are in the 2-hour time frame. Okay, so now I think this zone right here is valid because price respected it at this point. I don't know if you can see it, price respected it at this point, so I think we should draw it out. Alright, because price is still respecting this key level right here. It's our supply zone at this point. Price is still respecting it, so let's take it out. Alright, so now I think it's perfect now. And also here there is a supply zone at this point. There is a supply zone at this point. Right here, supply zone at this point. Okay, so now what do you see? The recent price movement, price is at this key supply zone. Now the first time failed to break pass, second time failed to break pass, and the third time failed to break pass. I'm going to show you this in the lower time frame and what we should be looking for. Ideally we should be looking for a sell opportunity because price is not going to break past this zone. is a very strong support zone that price has been rejecting all this past few days or few weeks. Alright, so let's go down to the lower time frame. Let me show you some. Alright, so right about now we are in the 1 hour time frame. As you can see, price is at our supply key level. I don't know if you can see this properly. Price is at our key level. As you can see, failed to break past the first time, failed to break past the second time, and the third time we are here again. At this point, price did something very miraculous at this point. And I'm going to show you this at the lower time frame, and you will be surprised how price is respecting this key level. You'll be surprised. Alright, I'm going to show you in the lower time frame, but right now I'm showing you that price is at this key level again the third time. So what are we expecting? A reversal, or price will break past this key level, come back to retest it, and continue going up, right? Skyrocket. But I think with what I'm saying, price is going to reverse. Okay, so we just want to wait for our break of structure and for price to come back and retest it before heading back down. Alright, so let's go to the more lower. Remember, we have to take our trade on the 5-minute time frame or even the 1-minute time frame, so we can be able to minimize our loss and maximize our profits. Alright, so let's go to the lower time frame. Alright, so here we are in our 5-minute time frame now. Alright, about now we are looking for our entry. Alright, we are looking for our sell entry, and also we are looking out for what price is doing at this point. I don't know if you can see this. What did you see here? Small bullish candlestick, small red bearish candlestick heading up at this key level. Remember, this was the key level we drew from the higher time frame. Now we are in the 5-minute time frame. This Q zone, price is still respecting it. I don't know if you are seeing what price is doing here. So you can see the candlestick are getting smaller and smaller at this point. The candlestick getting smaller at this point, but immediately price got to this point. As you can see, huge bearish momentum entered into the market. Alright, sellers literally entered into the market. What do you see here? As I was saying, bearish momentum at this point, also at this point. So now what are we doing? A supply zone here. There's a supply zone at this point, pushing price. Alright, supply entered into the market at this point, pushing price down to this low here, and also a supply zone here. Now let's spot it out, because we are spotting this out because price will come back to retest either one of these supply zones, right, before heading back downwards. And also here we have a supply zone here also. Alright, don't know if you are understanding something from this video. We have a supply zone here also. So if we are to spot out also, a premium on discount, we should be taking a premium on discount from this up, from this high here to this low. So now we are waiting for price to come to our discount. Can't you see? Our discount is also at these two supply zones, here and here. So price we come to our discount first before we look for our sell opportunity. All right, before we look for our sell opportunity. So now let's wait and see what price we do. If price will come to our discount or continue going back down. Remember, if price continues going back down from this point, then it's fine. Don't take the trade. All right, you don't have to take the trade. Remember, you don't have to trade every time. You don't have to trade every day. You only trade when the right setup comes in. Okay, so don't go and take bad trade. When you do not see the right setup for you to enter for the trade, then don't enter. Right? It's better to stay with that trading than to take a bad trade. That's all right, guys. So remember, we have at this point we already have 3 confluencers, or even more than 3 confluencers. Right? One is that price has given us all this little candlestick, all this small candlestick, small buying pressure, and small selling pressure, and immediately you see at this point supply entered into the market and price went all the way down, causing this huge bearish movement. All right, so this is our one confluencers. And number 2 confluencers is that this was the highest point price went to. This was the point where supply entered into the market, and that's number 2. And number 3, this was also a supply zone where sellers entered into the market, causing this huge second move. All right, and number 3 is our premium and discounts. So we are waiting for price to retrace to our discount, and also our supply zone at this point, and also our extreme supply zone. All right, I don't know if you are getting something. So don't look out for only one confluencer before you enter into your trade. Look out for like 3 or more confluencers to make sure that you are into a good trade, that you are waiting for a better setup. All right, don't just take trade carelessly. Make sure you have good confluencers before you take that trade. All right, so now look at what price is doing. Remember, this was our first supply zone. Now the first time price has come testing it. All right, but I noticed something. Do you know the reason why I haven't taken this trade? Because I have, number 1, I have my extreme supply zone at this point. So price coming into this my second supply zone, which is here, I was waiting for a break of structure. Alright, I was waiting for a break of structure, but as you can see here, there was no break of structure. Alright, price was even consolidating at this point, showing you that there is no one in control yet. Price was even consolidating at this point, and my mind told me something. After I saw this, I knew for a fact that price will not go down without sweeping liquidity. Alright, I remembered that, and you guys should never forget this. Price must always sweep liquidity, alright, before going down. Now look at what price did. Boom. Can you see this? Let me zoom out so you can see properly. Can you see this? Those who entered for a sell opportunity here, if you are still trading like a newbie and you entered for a sell opportunity here, your stop loss will be above this point. Let me show you. Oh, sorry about that. If you were trading like a newbie and you entered for your sell at this point, your stop loss will be at this high here, right? Definitely. Now also here, if you are trading this point at this point, your stop loss will be at the same high. Maybe you entered for the trade here at this point. Your stop loss will be at this high here. Then your take profit will be wherever you want to keep your take profit, at the downside. I don't know if you can see this. Also here, your take profit can also be at the point you want to keep your take profit, which is down, because for me, I'm a swing trader. Alright, I only do scalping just a few times. Maybe when I see good opportunity, I just scalp, but I'm not a scalper. Okay, I'm a swing trader. Maybe you are taking profit at this point. As a swing trader, you're taking profit at this point, and also at this point. Now look at what price is doing. Also here, a lot of people would think that this is already a downtrend, because you are saying this was the highest point price went to, and price came here, it failed to break past that high, so this is a lower high. You'll be thinking that this is a lower high, and because this high here is lower than this high, and this one also is lower than this one, so you would think that price is in a downtrend now, and you entered for a sell opportunity also at this point, and your stop loss will be above this high here. Can you see? A lot of people who entered for this trade and that take profits below wherever they want to keep it. Alright, now look at what price did. Price came up, sweeping all of them out. Let me show you what price did. This is a liquidity sweep. Let me mark it out here. Now look at it. Haven't all these newbie traders gotten stopped out? Can you see this? They already gotten stopped out by the market, sweeping liquidity, sweeping all of them. Now all these people at this point now will be crying. We'll be crying right now, and we are here making money. Alright, so this is it. If you can't spot the liquidity, then you will be the liquidity yourself. I don't know if you are saying this. Now it's time for us to take our trade. Alright, it's time for us to enter for our trade. Now let's go there. Let me show you how you take trade now that price has swept liquidity. Alright guys, so after price has swept liquidity, now for us to know that price is done sweeping liquidity, you have to check out for this also. Okay, because right now remember that we are swing trading this. Okay, this is a swing trade that we're about to take. Alright, so this was an uptrend going upwards, sweeping this liquidity here, and we are also seeing our higher low and higher high. Alright, low, the lowest point price went to was right here, and it came up, making this a higher high and a higher low, and our higher high at this point and a higher low, and moved all the way up here, and this was our last higher low at this point. I don't know if you can see this. At this point is our last higher low. Let me mark it out. Let me spot it out so we don't forget this. This was our last higher low at this point. Now we are waiting, alright, for us to know that this liquidity is done. Alright, price will no longer go up. It's for price to break this low here. If price refuses to break past this low to the downside, causing a change of structure, that means this up move will continue. Alright, price will keep going up, sweeping more liquidities. Alright, but for us to see that price has done sweeping liquidity, we have to see the break of structure, change in market structure. Alright, I don't know if you are understanding something. So we are waiting for price to break past this our demand zone right here. Alright, and when price breaks past it,
We also take out our premium and discount. We wait for price to retrace to our discount, then we can look for our entry. At that point we can enter for the trade immediately. All right, you never want to enter at the middle of nowhere, which is where price is now. We never want to do this, because if you do this, price might still go up, sweeping liquidity, even going above this supply zone here, sweeping liquidity above it, and you get stopped out also. So let's wait and see. If this did not play out, then that means we have to look for another opportunity. All right, but if it played out the way we analyzed it, that means it will be a good day for us and a better day to trade. All right, so let's be patient, because the key thing to trading, and the number one thing to trading, is patience. All right, if you can't wait for this little setup to give you what you want, then how can you wait to become a profitable trader? Ask yourself that question. If you can't wait for just a setup to happen in just a few minutes or few hours, then how can you wait to become a profitable trader when you have to wait for like years to become profitable in trading? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So let's wait. Let's give him a little breathing room, baby. Can you see this? Can you see this? If we entered for our trade, we entered for the sell at this point. At this point, our stop loss might have been at the high of this supply zone here, which I told you guys that price has already swept liquidity at this point. All right, we were at this point when I told you guys that price has already swept liquidity here. So we have to wait for a change in market structure to the downside for us to look for our entry. So if we were to rush in at this point, we would have gotten stopped out at this point. Can you see this long shadow here? Price pushed all the way up here, sweeping this liquidity also. I don't know if you are seeing this. Can you see this? So it's very important for you to wait for a change in market structure before you enter for your trade. All right, I don't know if you're understanding something from this video. Very important. You don't rush trade, you wait for the best setup. All right guys, so we decided to enter at this point. Right, we entered for the trade at this point, and our stop loss was right above this our supply zone. It was right above our supply zone here. You can see we already entered for the trade, and let me show you where I'm setting my take profits. Let me show you where I'm setting my take profits. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Now we are at the 1 hour time frame. Right, I don't know if you can see this. There is a demand zone at this point, so our first take profit would be at this point, and our second take profit will be at this extreme low here. So I'm setting the first take profit at this demand zone right here. Then maybe later in the day I will scale in for another sell opportunity and take it all the way down to this demand zone here. All right, I hope you've seen something. Now let's wait for this trade to play out. As you can see, it was a beautiful trade, and remember, immediately you start seeing the market going to your direction, giving you that lower low and lower high, because we are in our sell opportunity. So we should be expecting for a lower low and a lower high. Immediately we start saying that, we move our stop loss to break even. That's the first thing we have to remember. Move our stop loss to break even. All right, so let's wait and see how this trade play out. All right guys, so What did you see here? Sorry about that. What did you see? All right, what did you see? A complete supply, huge supply entered into the market. Can you see this? Immediately as we entered at this point, because I told you guys that I was waiting for price to break, change structure, break passing this demand zone here before I would look for my entry. And here I saw this candlestick closing below this demand zone, so I quickly entered for a sell opportunity when it retraces back to this point. So I enter for a sell opportunity, and look at huge supply entered into the market. I don't know if you can see this. A huge supply entered into the market. I'm going to show you, I'm going to play this video again. When this trade already finishes, right, I will replay this video and I will show you how this trade played out. All right, mind you, this is a swing trade, so it might take like a few days to play out well. All right, so I have to be patient. As you can see, this is a live trade. All right, I'm not yapping or capping what I'm not doing. This is not a demo account. As you can see, this is a live trade on gold. All right, so I'm not joking. So all right guys, so here we are. As you can see, and remember, this is a live trade. Okay, the reason why I did not do this video when price was at this point was because I was busy doing something. All right, because I love this thing that I build up by myself to set and forget. All right, I only look at the chart once in a while after taking my trade, so I just come look at the chart and just leave. All right, so I set and forget. Now the reason why this setup played out real quick is because this is gold. All right, gold is so volatile. All right, if this was a currency pair, this would probably take like 4 days or 5 or even 1 week to play out, but you can see playing out perfectly well. I don't know if you can see this. This is a live trade. Okay, as you can see, the price is already going to our take profit. Okay, so now I'm about to move my stop loss. Now these are most of the parts that most of you fail. All right, if you are not careful at this point, you will get stopped out by the market. All right, so in order, all right, before you take or move your stop loss, you have to wait to see a break of structure, a continuous break of structure to your upside or to your downside, depending on which side you are trading to. Okay, now I'm in a bearish trade, so I want to see my higher low, lower high, my lower high, my lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and so on and so forth. That's all I want to see. And if price hasn't break structure like this, if price hasn't break this structure here, don't move your stop loss. Okay, so when you see this huge move coming down and a retracement, don't move your stop loss yet until you see price breaking past this point, which price has already did here. I don't know if you can see it at this point. Let me spot it out so you can see. Until you see price breaking past this low here to the downside, that's when you can move your stop loss. Okay, so now we have to move our stop loss. Sorry about that. We have to move our stop loss to break even, so that this will be a risk-free trade. All right, so we have already moved our stop loss to break even, so let's watch this play out. Okay, I know for a fact that price will come to our take profit, so no need to panic, no need to bother ourselves. So I'll just stay out for now. When this played out, I will join the video to this one All right, so you can see how this went. Okay. All right, guys. So what did you see here? This is the next day of me checking gold. Remember, we have been doing this video for the past 2 days now. I entered for this trade. That was yesterday. All right, so as you can see, price has gotten to our take profit. Okay, because you know why? Because I decided to move the take profit. I'm going to show you guys because I saw my blind spot. Okay, and this is very, very important. If you are trading, always look at for your blind spots. Okay, I know you should set and forget, but don't forget to look out for your blind spots. Okay, because you kind of see something that you haven't seen before. All right, so always look out for your blind spots, and there are a lot to learn from this trade. Okay, as you can see here, we moved our stop loss yesterday to this point, and now price traded back to it. We almost got stopped out. Okay, so you see the reason why you shouldn't set your stop loss so tight. All right, you shouldn't set your stop loss carelessly. Can you see this? A lot of people entered for this trade and they were stopped out at this point. I don't know if you can see this. Price traded straight into this point, but we didn't get stopped out because we entered for the trade at this point. So it was like a little gap. All right, so by the way, this was a beautiful trade. As you can see, this was a beautiful trade, but I moved my take profit to this point at this supply zone here. Let me show you guys. I was considering this supply zone here. I was considering this supply zone at this point. You know why? And also this is the blind spot I'm talking about. So guys, always check out for your blind spots. All right, it's good to set and forget, but once in a while come to the chart. Okay, level down, also observe your chart and check if there are some points you are missing. Okay, these are the blind spots I'm talking about. Here is a supply zone which price respected from the backside. All right, price came down to this point, rejected this point, came also here, rejected it at the second time, and rejected it also at the third time, making this a strong demand zone here, making this a strong demand zone at this point. And also here, price consolidated a little bit at this same zone. So I'm looking out for this zone. All right, I'm looking out for this zone. So here, price failed to break past it at the first time before breaking past it. All right, so here at this point it was serving as a supply zone to us. So I'm looking out for this zone here. All right, and this is my blind spot, and that is why, because my take profit was right here. All right, my take profit was right here, but I moved it to this point. I moved it to this, my zone I'm talking about, which is my blind spot. All right, and as you can see, it played out very well. All right, so this was a successful trade. The market would have come to my take profit, which is here, but I don't want to wait for too long. All right, it might come to this point, but I don't want to wait for too long. Okay, it might even take me to the weekend, and I don't want to hold the trade throughout the weekend. All right, so I'm not holding this trade for too long. That's why I decided to play it more safer, which is at this point. I played it more safer and I took profit at this point. Okay, so this is like the nearest key level which I'm looking out for. All right, as you can see, it was a beautiful trade. And if you know that this video has helped you a lot, go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit that notification bell and hit that share button. All right, so that in any time I drop content like this, you can come and study trading. and continue on your way of becoming a profitable trader. All right, so happy trading day, happy trading week. All right, peace out.